Hello, so today I have a HP and the laptop, and the client says it's not starting, it's not powering on basically. So let's try to figure out what the problem could be. So first what I will do, I will plug in client's charger. Also I'm gonna check to make sure the pin is okay, seems to be fine. The port, I can't tell you much, but seems to be fine. So if we're gonna plug in the charger, there is no light. See, nothing's showing up. Okay, if I will. So if the charger is not showing anything, should I try just to power it on? No, nothing. So if I try to use my power supply, let's see what this is gonna give us. So I'm giving 19.5 volts. That's what's required by the laptop, and if I'm gonna plug this in, and you can see it just dropped from 19 to 6.5, and my power supply is clicking, means it's trying to protect itself and switching off. But we have orange light. But why it dropped to 5 volts? That's not normal. Okay, that's not normal. Let's take the back over, because this is something that shouldn't happen. Why is it dropping? Our voltage. Okay, so we have it open. Can we see anything here? Not much. But just to save time, I'm just gonna plug in. I'm gonna show you. Just to save time, I will use thermal cam. I'm gonna plug in the power supply, and I think we will see straight away what the problem is. Okay, so we have our thermal cam on. If we're gonna plug in the charger, straight away I can see something here. Where is my splodger? It does stink. Straight away. So it took a few seconds to find the fault. What's that? It's this one. That's what I think. That's what I thought when I opened the cover. When I opened the cover, I just saw something like this little bit something here. I can show you through the microscope. Something like a scratch or something here. Okay, so is this the bad boy which is faulty? Okay, let's check again. Let's plug in the power supply. Let's give less amps. So let's say I'm gonna give 1 amp instead of 3. And yes, see, that's this one here. See this? And this is where I'm holding my plug, is this one. Okay. Yeah, my power supply definitely doesn't like it. Start playing piano. So yeah, this is the faulty component which needs to be replaced. And if you're gonna check the multimeter, we're gonna check using diode mode. by using the diet mode. So say we want to check this part here. We're having 0.06, and this is, I think it's a ground. So the ground is here, and this one rail is shorted, and this one is connected to this MOSFET as well. So this MOSFET is shorted, so basically because of this one everything is on short, and that's where the problem starts. Okay, I will stop here. I will ask my client if he wants to proceed with the repair, and if he says yeah, go for it, I will source the replacement cap, I will replace it, and hopefully this was the only one problem who caused this laptop not to start. Okay, so we have a green light from the client. Client is happy to proceed with the repair. So let's find out what the component is required here to be replaced. We know it's a cap, it's a big cap here, so but we need to find out what type of cap is it here. So first what I will try to do, I will try to see what is the motherboard number. So basically we have printed here, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe not, maybe it's on the other side of the board and it's not here. And it's not here, and it's not here. And this will be on the other side of the board. I hate it. You see, this is adhesive here, still didn't, it's not peeled off. Might be under the SSD. Let's double check this here. If it's under SSD, happy days. If it's not, no happy days. No, it's not. It is not. It is not. I don't want to take out the board just to check the board number. So we don't have board number on this side here, we don't have under the SSD, so the only thing to check is just to take out the board and check on the board itself. So don't have any other choice. Let's do this. Do we have the board out? Yes, we have the board out. And that's what we wanted. That's the thing, that's the board number. Let's try to search for it. Okay, so that's 448 0G 8. Someone is requesting for schematics and bad caps. Sorry, I couldn't find anywhere. Okay. I'm not sure what this is related, but this has nothing to do with what we're after. So we can't get schematics, we don't know what we're doing, but at least we can track and trace, because this is the power supply. Okay, this is a power supply. So because this one is a power supply, most of them will have the same caps, same configuration. And we can use, because we have two MOSFETs and the cap sitting here, and this is the actual DC port, and basically just go straight in here through those MOSFETs. So let's see if I can find exactly the same cap. I'm looking for the boards. So I've been looking for my donor boards, and you know what I found? Found exactly the same board. Yeah. And I have the cap here. So this is what I need. I need to take this cap out and solder it here. Job's done. Yeah. Okay, so let's take this cap out. Let's pick this up. It might be this. And we have our cap. Okay. Okay, that's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. That's gonna be a good boy. This is gonna replace this one. Okay, so we can always check its capacity. Okay. Let's see. .2 farads. Good. So let's take this out. let's check the capacitance of this one. Well, this is gonna show anything. How do you think? Yes, we don't need this. Nothing. See? Anything I'll check if it's on short. Yes, it is. If you check our replacement one, which is here, and is not on short, and this one's on short. So this is definitely the fault, okay? If you look around it, you can't see much. That's flux. But here is like a burn mark. So it's cracked inside. So this is the faulty one. Now let's solder a replacement back in place. You need to make sure you're putting in the right polarity. So this is a positive side and there is a negative side. So it goes like this. Okay, that sits nicely. That looks really nice. It has like a tiny nipple here, but I like it. I'm gonna leave it here. Now let's check if the board is still on short. I'm gonna use diode mode, and the short's gone. That's ground. Yep, short's gone. Okay, so let's assemble it back and see if this is gonna work. Okay, so now let's put my power supply on, say, 3.3 amps. Okay, and let's try to plug this in. What I'm looking. Let's try to plug this in. Ah, that's one of those power supplies I need to say enable it. Okay. Get 19 volts. The amps is going up. Charging, but very slowly. We do have a light. Maybe the battery is full. If I try to start it, Okay, you see the amperes changed. Okay, we have a picture, so the laptop is starting up. This means we fixed the laptop. So the problem was the cap, which was dead. And trying to find out the correct cap might be a problem without schematics. And I was lucky that I had a donor board and I could have transferred the exactly same cap to it. But in other case I will have to search, find the similar ones, because this one is dead. We don't know what capacity is it, how many voltage is it. So because this is a main power rail which is accepting 19.5 volts, so it should be not less than, I would say, 25 or maybe 30 volts. I would say 30 volts, because the MOSFETs to open the need to have, let's say, 25 volts on the rail. So it should be not less, I would say, than 30 volts, and you can put, let's say, whichever 1-2 farads and you're good to go. But it's always better to transfer if you have exactly the same one from different board. I will give it a go. Gonna start it one more again. Yep, so it's starting up and we are good to go. That's it. If you like my video, don't forget to leave a comment or like the video. Yeah, just comment anything, what you think, what I've done wrong, what I can do better, and yeah, just tell me anything. Thank you for watching. See you next time.